Alright, so this is going to serve as a walkthrough as well as a tutorial. Because a couple of people asked me about how to do the mob spawner. And so I'll do an aerial here. Right now I've got 2 stacked. And they fall down here. And collect, this is, I believe, 25 layers down. If the mob has armor on, they're probably going to survive the fall. But the higher you go, the less often that's going to happen. So you're going to get more and more loot as you go up. Okay, so I made some changes. I actually remodeled my original design, which was 2x2, because it was getting too clogged up with the spiders. So now they're dropping straight through, and looks like my blocks actually may be off here. Okay, so it's going to be these 3 by 3. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so to start this, let me start by getting rid of all of this gunpowder. Oh, actually, I'll show you the rest of the island. What I did was I finished over here the big storage building, and then I started on this platform down here, which I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with yet. We'll see when that time comes. I connected these 2 platforms down here, which this was originally where the mobs were dropping, but after some improvements we went and moved it all down here. So then I've also used the spawner that I got with the member kit to put it into this spawner. And this one is nice because down here at this level, which is below 20 on the Y, you get slimes to spawn. And I don't want to pick any more loot up right now. But this is a nice little addition. Allows me to get slime balls, which you'll need for leads to move your animals around instead of trying to lure them, which they never seem to want to do. All of this is the same over here on this side. I redid the stairway up to the main grass area, and I'm taking my shot at curing zombies. It hasn't worked yet. I added this whole kind of what I call the killing fields. Basically no light. Anytime I need some XP, I just go over here and kill whatever's there. This is going to be a quartz and iron monument. I'm still working on that. That's a little bit early in stages for development. But anytime you can lay down iron blocks, it helps your island level a lot. Alright, so let's clear off some of these. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, this is going to be our connecting point. Alright, and we'll make it too high. Oops. And with a 2x2 you could do a water drop where they wouldn't, where they would lose some of their fall levels, but with a 3x3 you can't do that. You can't get an infinite water source in there to let it sit. Alright, and so what we're going to do here is now we're going to do the water troughs. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. And we do that for all 4 sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. so what I do is put 2 up now. You want them to fall 2 levels so that they can't climb back in. Oops. So they cannot climb back into the upper levels. Alright. So since I have light down here, the only this is the only bottom layer I need to do. Everything else will go up on top. That's right. Oops. Not too much. Okay, so what we can do now is we're going to go up 3, or I'm sorry, up 2 here. That's 2 levels. Misplace the blocks. Alright, so that's up 2 levels. And we need some more blocks. So I started with 26 stacks, and somebody asked me at one point how many this takes, and I actually don't know. So we'll be able to find out here. By starting with 5, we'll know. So now we make the spawning pads, which will be 8 by 8. On each section. Oh, totally screwed that up. Oh boy. Alright, well, this needs to be up 1 level. Sorry about this delay here. Luckily I only did it for 1. Alright, so what we need to do here is put our top layer on. And we'll go on the top layer here. Obviously, it's going to take a lot longer if you don't have Fly being a member for the server that you're on, or if you're in single player. Well, obviously, in single player you can turn it on, but you know, basically, oops, what we're looking for here is 8 by 8 spawning pads up on the top level. They fall 2 layers into the water, and the water carries them to the hole. Alright. And then when they drop, obviously, at least, I think it's 24 levels that they die. Alright. And then, basically, you're just collecting loot at that point. Another variation on this is to drop them like about 21 or 22 levels, and then pretty much it's a one-shot kill. And that'll generate some experience points too if you want to do this where you get the loot and the XP. There's not a whole lot of advantages to it unless you're going to do a lot of enchanting and a lot of repair and things like that. So with Skyblock here, pretty much once you hit that level where you have pretty much everything you need, the enchanting isn't really as big a deal. And of course, oh good, he fell off. I'm gonna get some light up here before we get monsters spawning like crazy. That's it, come across, there you go. Dummy. Alright, so light this place up a little bit. There we go. And we finish over here. Okay, so now you can see that the water will flow 8 levels. So we will basically end here at the edge, just like the two below it. And what I usually do for a situation like this when I'm building is I do the walls on one section, like so. Okay, and I use 2 blocks and I create an infinite water source. That way when I go to actually run the water, it's ready to go. Alright. And then once this is done, obviously it's the roof. That comes next. And so I think what I'm going to do, so you don't have to sit here and watch me place all these, is I'm going to pause the video, and as I'm putting the roof on, we'll finish up the video. Alright, so hang on. Alright, so I'm back and everything is closed in. So our next step is basically to get the water running. And if you got some leftover cobble, one of the things that I find easiest to do, especially if you don't have fly enabled, is to just give yourself a little ledge on each area. So you can walk around the thing without, that way you can collect the torches at the end and everything else. Alright, and so what it looks like is we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 17 full stacks. 16 to 17 full stacks. Now I didn't do a layer outside on the edge, and that will save you some stone or cobblestone, whatever you're going to use. Oops. Okay. And we just make sure that all of our. And with a 3-block like this, if you put one in each corner, it will give you a solid. It'll convert the middle one to a source block as well. Alright. So there, and there in the corner. Alright, and it ends perfectly, just like we want to. One thing we don't want is this water to go over the edge, which we're good at. Okay, so now the only thing to do is collect your torches. And you don't really care about catching these because they're obviously going to wind up down with the loot. So they're just going to fall in the water. Oops. We got our torches. this in. Alright, and if you have fly, you can go on through the top. Or not, you can probably go out to the bottom, or you can, you know, if you got to teleport somewhere, you can. Alright. And so now we just go down the bottom. And there's our brick. And if you look up there, you can see all the way to the top. And yes, it's working just fine. I'm just feeding, so I'll get out of here. So that's it. That's how you make a. That's how you start to stack your mob spawner and mob grinder. By the time you you know, put 4 or 5 of these together, you know, depending on the Skyblock server you're on, basically, let's see where my money is here. No, not too bad. And the loot is, you know, pretty ridiculous. You'll fill up with bones and arrows galore. This server doesn't allow you to sell items, but some of them do. You can create your own shop with and create more money. Buy some of the things that you can't create or can't mine or can't raise, and go from there. So thanks for watching.